That chat command is not working. None of that shit was working. Oh, there we go. Now we working. Now it's working. All right, we back. That shit was wild. It was not letting me fucking talk at all. I can't see none of the chat. I couldn't see anything at all. But finish what you were saying, JT, about Dark Side. You had your stuff delivered by a dude named Dark Side.
Somebody is yelling, the stream is not live, it's not working. Do you hear me, Wakia?
Do you hear it?
Can you hear?
Yeah, I just paused it just for a second.
Well, so you over there fucking with shit, huh?
I said pause for a second.
Can you fuck with the app link so I can download this bitch?
It's back live. It should be back live.
Somebody is yelling, the stream is not live. It's not working.
You don't hear yourself, John?
For real though, I'm still trying to download that shit, and I can't. And
I don't understand why.
It really pisses me off. I feel like I'm not helping. So you squad.
Yeah, there you go. You over there fucking. There it is.
You heard me. You over there fucking shit up.
I didn't do a damn thing. Oh shit! Did you see that shit? Miss Marvel's going to go to ABC.
That was an ABC ass show from Jump. Let me tell you, that shit was terrible.
Oh,
and it belongs on network TV because it wasn't good enough to have nowhere else.
I ain't gonna let you disrespect that show like that, man.
Wait, what just happened?
Miss Marvel.
They're moving the Miss Marvel show from Disney Plus to
ABC.
Didn't Miss
now that might actually be better.
What'd you say?
I think for
great audience. Okay. ABC got mad
Disney
audience, right?
Yeah, but season 2 is gonna be on ABC.
Oh, so season 2 is
that's probably the right move.
Exclusively on ABC.
It's gonna be on ABC.
I think that's a good move. To be honest, I think that's a good move from Marvel.
That's random. Why the fuck would they do?
I think that's a smart move, though.
Bro.
That one, honestly, I think that one has the most like, hey, this might be the family show of all of the Disney Plus shows. That one might be the most network friendly, and that could.
Yeah.
That's their network. That's their
ABC being the network of Modern Family, Off the Boat, Blackish, all of these things. Like Camila Khan is right up in the motherfucker. The only difference is she got superpowers. It's the same show. Other than that,
yeah,
it makes sense. They're just random as hell.
So, well, I feel like the show. I think that the problem is with this show is that it's not bad. Is the show is not designed for a kid like us. I feel like the show is definitely like for people who like are little fucking teenage girls. I feel like that's the show. I'm gonna ask you a silly question. What's your thoughts on the actual Secret Invasion? How y'all feel about that one?
I have not started yet.
Yeah,
I hear good things about Secret Invasion, and I've seen some spoilers. I'm excited about like watching it, but I want to wait until the whole series drops.
I was kind of doing that too. Like I saw the first 2 episodes, not by choice, but it was just I just saw them. So it's like I ain't pretty much watching no more until like they all done. Okay. But so far it's good though. I'm definitely invested. Because it's hard trying to avoid spoilers and stuff, but it is what it is.
I dug it. I think that it is a really good show. I just think that like it is definitely John Shaft. If he could do whatever the fuck he wanted to do when it comes to like being a spy, an international spy. You see Samuel L. Jackson just acting like John Shaft throughout the whole TV show. That's all he is doing. He's not doing anything else. So I would say that definitely it's a fun show. It's really, really nice. I don't think that it's a high-paced show like if you enjoy like the Iron Mans of the world, if you like the Black Panthers a little bit. I'm talking about Black Panther 1, not Black Panther like Wakanda Forever. But if you like those movies, this show is not for you. It's definitely about like espionage and it's definitely a spy thriller kind of show.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to details.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention to details.
Yeah.
Because you will miss the conversation and miss a lot.
Correct.
I had to rewatch the whole first episode for that reason. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Correct.
I never caught that. Yeah, so you got to pay attention to details for sure.
Yeah. So that was the crazy thing about it because like I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it was just that was one of the ones that kind of just was it was kind of I could see that it was a slower show. But the problem is also, and this is the question is too, they did not market this show. And then also on top of that, this is like one of the first TV shows without an actual superhero name in it. So how do you think that is going to impact this? How do you think that that would impact this actual show itself?
I don't think it will because I think people are interested in Nick Fury just as much as they are any of the other characters. So,
Gotcha.
especially with that revelation of him being on Shield all that time, and then the scroll being him. So it was like, well, hold on. So what's really been going on? It's a lot of questions people got about Fury. So that's of course gonna draw that intrigue. So I'm sure that show will be fine.
Gotcha. What about you, Jamel?
For me, I think it's I think the numbers will do like it's gonna be fine enough numbers, but
Mm-hmm.
y'all notice the hype around this show ain't quite what it was because I think the Disney Plus thing shows, and I think just getting so much Marvel, it's kind of lowered the hype for the Disney Plus show because most of them have been mixed a little bit. Like I haven't this one, again, I hear from y'all. I've seen online this one's good, but it's not getting like the crazy hype that like WandaVision was getting or like Falcon and Soldier was getting.
Yeah.
And you got
It's
to
kind of been tepid. It's kind of been
because
tepid,
nothing
which I
nothing's
think.
really major
Oh,
happened in the MCU yet though. So you got to think like what was the
yeah,
last major thing that happened was Eternals when the thing coming out the ground, and that really hasn't been.
Okay, that Avengers level event that we not gonna fucking talk about.
So it's like they
in
nothing.
the Spider-Man stuff happened,
Yeah.
but
I mean, but that was contained. That wasn't like broad spectrum like Nick Fury
and
gonna
nobody
get
remembered it.
off
It
type
wasn't
thing.
broad spectrum like SPF 50.
Man, this guy here with this voice and the black.
Oh my god.
But nah, shoot, ain't no
I think
like.
it's just
I think something need to happen to where it's like that draw that interest back. I think that's what they was aiming for Quantum Mania, but it failed.
They reshot.
Haven't
That was the
came.
problem. Apparently they
I agree
did
with that.
reshoots. Apparently they did reshoots for the ending, and they said that apparently it didn't go
Like
well with test
I
audience.
think what's going to end up happening is because of the writer strike and because of the actors, that's going to push things back even further. So, like, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you,
Yeah,
sir.
Let's be clear. Fuck dumb
Okay,
companies
yeah,
that
I was going to
don't pay
say
their
because
people.
of these strikes that's happened, that's going to delay some stuff even further. And so, I'm not sure. Like, it's going to be real interesting once once Marvel.
Oh,
Listen,
he went black.
listen. Marvel knows that they
No, I
done
didn't get out.
tried to do too much
I didn't
bullshit.
leave. I don't know what
Marvel
happened.
knows, Jamel. Marvel knows. You posted this, my brother. Marvel knows that they
Yeah,
done tried too hard, and they tried to hit us with the fire hose and wash us down with all kind of Marvel shit. And then they figured out, oh, well, our audience can't really absorb so much bullshit all at once. We better do quality over quantity. And so all of this stuff happening. I mean, Jamel, you posted that stuff and they summed it up perfectly. Like Bob Iger knows that at least Disney understands that they did it wrong.
yeah, because
And
I
the
don't
thing
think they
is,
had an idea how big it was really gonna get though. I don't think they really anticipated like
I still don't
you
think they
how.
mean
understand
no,
how
no,
big
hold
it
on,
can
hold
get.
on. We in phase 5. So what do you mean they didn't think? They didn't think back in when Robert Downey Jr. was in what was that,
No,
2008?
No, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
they
so.
planned it. I don't think they had the idea of it getting to where it is now. I thought they probably thought it was like we gonna get a couple movies out of it. I don't think they had a plan past Avengers 1 for real
I
starting
feel
off.
what you're saying because when we watch Age of Ultron, that shit was whack. But Avengers
Yeah,
1 was that shit. It
yeah,
was like
because it was like
that
it
was what
felt like
everything
a
was pointing to,
culmination of like okay, everything's handled with
right?
maybe a teaser in there like okay, if we can, maybe this will be the direction we
But
go in.
Trell, we in phase 5 now, and these motherfuckers still ain't figured out what they trying to do. That's
I
the
mean,
problem.
because
So
I
why do you think that is?
they focused on the Infinity Saga. Once the Infinity Saga wrapped up, it was like, okay, let's take a break, 5, 10 minutes. Let's see what we're working with now. So okay,
510 Productions.
I mean, yeah, it's like just whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
The
Give a little break,
pandemic
see
didn't
what
help anything either.
that too, and then it's like
Like COVID fucked up a lot of shit for a
they
lot of
really
these
didn't have
studios.
that
Planning,
idea, like the Kang series or however this next phase supposed to end.
Uh,
I don't think they had the
Kang is
plan drawn out.
such a dope villain, and for them to fuck him up is just gonna be a
You think
problem.
they messed him up?
I think they.
Well, first off, Jonathan Majors got that bad press for some bullshit, right?
I
You
mean,
know what
but
I mean?
he gonna beat
So
that though, so I ain't worried about
yeah,
that.
he beat in the case, but that doesn't mean that he won in the court of public opinion. You feel me?
See, so do they recast?
Nah,
No.
Jonathan Majors is Kang, and they just need to go
I
forward
mean,
with
you
they
dealing with the
choice.
multiverse though, so it would be easy for them to recast.
Yeah, but that's a
I
fucking
think that
cop
like
out.
though I know
It
that
is.
this
He's
might
they
sound
dude. They
this
need
might
to
sound
handle him.
that might sound shitty though, but like I mean we ain't gonna bring up about the fact that Jeremy Renner beat the fuck out of his wife or threatened her with a gun and shit like that. We ain't gonna talk about the fact that like Robert Downey Jr. was like a major fucking drug addict and was running out like
Robert Downey Jr. was a drug addict way before the MCU.
It still
Okay?
doesn't
He
change
was
the
on
fact that
his
that don't
rebound.
change the fact that that's
He
if
was
we're
on
gonna
his
do that.
rebound.
If we're gonna do this, this is the same thing. I think me and you talked about this before. Is if we want to put that energy in being able to disconnect ourselves from people, then we need to fully commit to disconnecting ourselves on the full fucking board, straight across.
I'm cool with Jonathan
feel that.
Majors
So-
because I feel like she was on some bullshit first of all.
Yeah.
But
from the
listen,
jump,
wait,
so-
so
I got his
listen,
back.
y'all. Here's the thing that bothers me is that Sony and Disney have not been able to work out a license that lets the X-Men play nice with the MCU.
Correct.
And so that's really what we need, especially when we're trying to consider somebody like Kamala Khan, who this whole shit originated with, is a mutant, as they try to say.
Mhm.
And that pisses me off because she got the bracelet and the bracelet's magic. There goes her powers right there. You know what I mean? That's excusable. But then to make her a mutant on top of that is just, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And it really pisses me off when they don't just stick with the source material on this shit. Because like if Spider-Man 1, you know, with Tobey Maguire back in the day would have been fine if he just had a web cartridge. That would have been a perfect movie to me. But they fucked it up with him not having one. And that tainted the whole universe to me. So I was like, all right, we need somebody who knows.
I think it
that
made
they
it
need some
better
web
for
cartridges.
him because it's like because that made that mental block in the second movie mean something.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit. If your body can do it and you can't do it, who got a problem sweating? Do you have a problem sweating? No, you do the right moves, you'll sweat. Just give it some time. There's no reason that he should be like, oh, my powers just don't work. That was stupid. And if you know Spider-Man, you know why it's extra stupid, because he would just go mix the shit up.
Yeah.
If he couldn't do it out of his own body, he should have gone and mixed that shit up in the lab in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
But he didn't do
Now,
it.
that
He was
would've
just
been
go,
cold.
oh,
If he had like that secondary
So,
devices, like
Actually, I'm a
help him.
Shadow Fox said, I think they overestimated the power of Marvel after Avengers Endgame.
We got chat? I don't see no chat.
The problem is the fact that we're doing this on two separate systems. I'm doing this on Streamlabs, but the original conversation is through Melon because Collab is trash. So
where did Jamel run off to?
I don't know where he ran off to.
I think he's having
So
internet issues.
If you
He
want to look at the
always
chat,
is,
you got to go
because
through
he left some
YouTube.
cocks in his house.
Fuck.
Somebody let them cocks in his house.
You keep looking those cocks in there, bro.
But
Those
he was
cocks be
big up
touching
in
his
the
box.
cocks too, you know,
He
after he
is right here.
replaced his old shit.
Cocks be
There you
touching
go,
all up
Jamel.
in his box all the time.
Wait, hold up.
Oh,
He looks
you
sleepy.
came in at the
He
wrong
froze.
time, brother. You
Cocks-
came in at the
Came in at the right time, dog, because I was talking about you. Maybe you can shed some light on this if you actually load up.
I don't think he gonna
Because you
load up.
look sleepy right now. All right, there you
Yeah.
go. You
Speaking
back.
of sleep,
You're moving now. We can see you
Speaking
blink.
of sleep, go back and watch our episode
signs of life.
this past Thursday, where we talked about. That was a fucking. I hope he didn't leave because of that shit.
No, I
It
think
sure
he's
looked like it, didn't it?
It looked like
I'm
it-
sure that's not why. We didn't even hear him, so you know.
Yeah, but yeah, let's talk about that sleeper episode that we was on.
This
Fuck.
ain't the time to brush your hair.
I
You
know.
should have done that before the stream or got off and then brushed your hair and came back like me.
I appreciate
me?
yeah.
Oh shit.
I appreciate
Bro, this a habit. I do this like with all like I could just be sitting there and I'm just gonna just comment.
So much chat. There go Jamel again.
Boink.
He ain't
Yeah,
popping
you
up.
were still a
There you
treble
go.
clap.
There it is. Nope, he's freezing again.
Jamel, do a little Harlem shake for us so we know when you're moving.
Oh my God, Spider-Man 2 was like him having a severe case of writer's block.
Oh right, Doug. Oh my God, how do you have writer's block when your body makes web? And I'm just looking like, Doug, yo, if this is the same shit as like, imagine you would, I don't know, how old was Peter Parker in Spider-Man 2? He was like 30, right?
And also, if you're in the chat,
in real life, he was like 32.
I said, nah, Spider-Man.
He was supposed to be college
year-old man, and your body just starts
supposed
shooting blanks.
He's supposed. I say between.
That's what that shit felt like. Like all of a sudden, like Peter couldn't bust a nut, and that was just the funniest, stupidest, dumbest shit.
Where the hairline was
right. But like, and that was it. Honestly, ruined Spider-Man 2 for me. It made that movie so stupid. How could Peter have such performance anxiety? He can't even splurt out a little web. Dog, that's trifling. When his body makes it. But if he just made his shit, this wouldn't have been a problem. He definitely could have had the same anxiety and the same doubts about himself with a web shooter. But the fact that you just said, and he can't use his spider powers because his emotions need to shit. That's what this felt like. So we just needed to see Spider-Man in a porta potty for 2 minutes, handling his business like a superhero, and then he would have been fine.
Yeah, but I don't think you would have grasped that emotional pull you wanted out of it. If
there would have been a pull, all right. There would have been a pull right out of his rectum.
Oh God. Oh God.
This is the problem. And the fact that you
put that man in a porta potty. Why you put that man in a porta
potty scene in a Spider-Man movie is the problem about Spider-Man and Sony.
In the porta potty?
Because if you really had Peter up in there taking a shit, having a come to Jesus moment in the toilet.
Come to Jesus?
He could, having a go to Jesus moment. He could have had, some real epiphanies.
Oh God!
And I just think they robbed us.
Why don't instead of having a come to Jesus moment, why don't he just go to
It's
epiphany?
awkward to see another Spider-Man take a shit. But how does he do it in that suit? We need to know.
Oh,
we're not going there.
We gotta know.
That's
he has a bodysuit on. So does he have to like strip off from the shoulders or what? Is it break in the middle? We gotta know.
I don't want to know.
You know what? Sony didn't want to know either. They cowered out of detail.
I don't want to know how that man take a shit. That's his business. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
That was so strong. JT, why are you doing this to us? Brother.
Because I'm lit now.
Oh my God, brother. I don't think that we need to
He's trying to get wild on the street.
I know, right? Damn. Oh, fuck. Dude, shit. How do you reboot from this conversation? Sometimes
Shout
the
out
best
to
relationship
being the TNA Knockouts champion. Yeah,
yes, there you go. Trinity Fatu.
TNA.
Sometimes the best relationship happens on the toilet. That is, revelations happen on the toilet.
Nah, you bet. Nah, I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna go down this rabbit hole.
Trail tried to pivot.
I did.
What was it? What was the Trinity Fatu? We can't talk about Trinity Fatu, man. JT would leave the stream so quick. We can't talk about wrestling.
Let's give her a quick congratulations. Black women making history. Black women doing well. Trinity is the new knockout. Give her a quick shout out. We'll talk from the island of the rebel.
Yes, definitely. So with that, man, they had some other couple of things that actually pretty fucking interesting happening in the news today. Sony did shut down production for the Venom 3. There is a big pushback from Into the Spider-Verse as well. So it's not looking like next year that March is going to happen. It's actually going to happen in another few years. When the next one is coming out. And then also it has been announced Netflix is bringing back a rebooted Power Rangers. Yeah. How y'all feel about that?
I stopped paying attention to Power Rangers a long time ago. I did watch that special just to see how they would do that without Tommy.
Bro, they
I
killed.
wasn't
They
feeling
killed
it
you.
without Tommy.
They killed
So
Trina ass so quick.
I
They
mean,
had
but
to.
she died in real life, so it's like
I
it
know,
makes
but
sense.
to like kill
I
this.
don't agree with them having her like show the Yellow Ranger down on screen. They could have just had like the starting scene just like them at her funeral or something.
Something
Look,
like
how
that.
you gonna be the Green Ranger and the White Ranger? Pick a color, dog.
Man, Tommy, that's because Tommy the goat.
Well,
He
he
ain't even
did.
here no
I mean,
more.
man.
Well,
So,
Still a goat.
that is true.
dog, he
My
not
man,
with us no more. That's the problem. So, like, if you're gonna reboot
I think his
anything, you
daughter wanted
reboot
to
inferiority.
actually play.
The Green
His
Ranger.
daughter wanted to see if she could play one of those roles. I think that would be a nice little treat.
So the thing that's weird about it, because I do remember from what I remember that like them actually having it on the little statues, the little toys, being the powers that they had. They did have the Green and White Ranger. Am I correct at all?
Green and white.
They had the Green and White Ranger.
They were
there.
separate.
yeah, those are two different Rangers, bro.
But they're both
One
Tommy.
guy, two different
First he
Rangers.
was green, then he became white.
I know
That's
when
how
you
like
watch the reboot. I mean that movie. Remember, she had all the tiny little Power Rangers there, right? That's when she shrunk them down and she was absorbing their powers.
I don't
No,
know
she
what
just
you're
had
talking
the green one. It was like
No,
I
no, I
think
didn't
it was
watch
the
this
white
special.
Dino Ranger you might be talking about.
Oh,
Okay, I want to say because I thought
I
I
haven't
seen
seen.
that she
I
It
had.
was
haven't
it
seen
was a whole
the
bunch of
special,
different Ranger iterations
unfortunately.
that she had. So I think that might have been the
Yeah.
white Dino Ranger.
I didn't
Gotcha.
watch this bullshit.
Yeah, I
What
wanted
is
to say
this?
because I
What
was
is
like,
this? What movie?
this is the
That
little
Mighty
2017
Morphin
reboot?
25,
the
the
Mighty
reunion
Morphin.
movie they came out with on Netflix a couple months ago.
The reunion. Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I didn't watch that.
The one without Kimberly and Tommy.
yeah.
The
What's
two
the
main
point, dog?
Rangers.
What's the point? Them the, right.
Yeah,
Them the
like,
OGs right there.
I
What's the
mean,
point?
Zach did do his not Zach. What's my man's name?
Billy.
It's a black man. Yeah, no, not Billy.
Billy was the
Tommy.
lead.
No, yeah,
No,
Billy was
Billy was
blue though, right?
the Blue Ranger. He did his
Zach.
thing.
No.
Yeah.
Was
Black
Zach
guy.
the Blue Ranger?
Billy is the
Zach.
Blue
Black guy.
Ranger. Zach is the
Billy.
Black Ranger.
Zach,
Yeah.
is that Zach?
That
Adam
was who
was
I
the
had to
Chinese
play
one.
with.
Zach was the black. He did his
They
thing.
pushed me off of Zach and they put me on the Billy that was Triceratops. I thought that was whack, but that was how I got to play Power Rangers as a kid.
Fair enough. So
That's not fair, dog.
that
That's
is fair.
terrible.
So that is fair. That is very, very fair. That is
Do I
very.
look like a Triceratops?
You do look like a
An
Triceratops.
herbivore.
You look like a Triceratops.
I look like an herbivore.
You look like a herbivore.
You, my brother, are a Triceratops.
True. True.
But does that make you a Billy? That's an insult.
See, I consider myself the Black Billy from the new Power Rangers.
The Black Billy. See,
He did such a good job. You don't like the reboot, Billy?
No, my point is the original stuff is trash. Okay, that's my point.
It was supposed to be
And
trash.
since we don't even have Tommy or Kimberly, the best parts of the original shit.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah,
Just
that
let it
movie
go.
fell flat without them too. I ain't gonna boost.
Man, but it's like when
You
one
know
of the
what's crazy? They
Temptations-
had their voices on there though. Like they
Yeah.
had like
They had the
Tommy
lines.
and
Yeah, they
Kim
had
like little ad libs when they fighting, like what? Like you can hear their voices when they in Ranger
Yeah.
form,
Dang.
but they never.
And then for
They never
Rita
had no
Repulsa, they
lines.
had the actual actress.
So
that
they were
did
there,
Rita-
but they weren't actually speaking and being
Yeah.
useful, and they weren't affecting nothing. That's
No, they had no lines. They
They
never
had no
showed
lines.
their face at all.
Yeah, they had no lines, they had no parts. And so essentially they got caught and then they got put into those little
They effectively wrote them out the movie. They
Yeah.
wrote them out pretty good.
they did a really good job by doing that, yeah. And they did it. I think they did some justice by Rita Repulsa, even though it's kind of fucked up how they did the writing for Rita Repulsa. So the way that they wrote it was they accidentally brought back Rita Repulsa, and she came.
accidentally.
Yeah, it was by accident.
Power Rangers fucked up, huh?
Yes, Billy fucked
Yeah,
up.
Billy fucked
Billy
up.
fucked
See,
up.
that's why nobody wants to be Billy.
So
That's all
Billy
I'm
was trying.
saying.
Billy
I
was
know that.
trying his best to bring back Zordon, and he accidentally brought back Rita Repulsa.
Why everybody always trying to bring back the master?
And I think Zordon was a villain, to be honest.
A lot
Right.
of people say that he's a villain. Yeah, because why would you
I
make
think
kids?
Zordon was a villain.
Do my
But that's what-
worldly will.
That's That's what they. I think they were trying to highlight though in the new movie is that he was an asshole. He was a dick to the fucking kids, dog. He was like,
Yeah.
"You can't do this." He went full Raiden. Look at you. You're a piece of. You're worthless.
Like, you can't
If I
tell
had
me I'm a
to,
teenager and I got ranger powers. I'm about to be out here clowning. What you talking about?
For
You're
real.
gonna have
Sure.
to take them from me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to be wilding. I'm gonna
Say.
do my hero thing, but you best
Right.
believe I'm gonna. Hey,
Right. But
I need a
everybody's
couple
staying
bands.
out my way.
I need a
So that
couple
kind of goes
bands
into
for
like
saving
Spider Man
y'all or
though.
something.
That kind of
Little
goes
bit.
into Spider Man too though. Like if you Spider Man, right? Like Peter Parker, you mean to tell me that you ain't dropping fucking like Flash Thompson at all?
Oh, I would have beat the shit out
I
of
would have
Flash.
I
And
would
I
have
would have
dropped
let him
Flash so
know, hey,
quick.
Peter
I
Parker
can't
came
have
to
no
school.
type of powers because I will be teetering that line of being a villain. Like I will like my toe would be over that line of being a villain. 'Cause
Yeah. My damn stream
Me
keep
too.
messing up. Going to hang in that chat. Power Rangers 2017 was mid. Billy too old to be messing up. That's true. He was messing up sometimes.
For real.
Yeah, Power Rangers do need to end. I do agree with that. I do agree with the Power Rangers need to end. I think that like they should have ended
That's been
after
milked by Saban or whatever for
Nick
like
Saban
30 years.
and all the rest of the roll tide.
It's so
Mm,
it's been
I
going
think Power
on and
Rangers
on.
could work if it's like the
Who
right studio got them.
Nah,
cares? Who
unless they become
cares?
Damian Wayne, I don't think that Power Rangers should work.
I think it could work if they just had one continuous story though. Like make it how can we put it? Make it
They
like
need,
a Dragon Ball Z or like a a, a live action
but
series
that's
that
what they
like
kind of try to do with this one though. Like that reunion is to make it basically say that like all of these essentially are connected because of the
yeah,
fact
but
that
like the whole morphing grid, all that multiple universes, all that type of stuff. But I think you need to like okay have continuity in it.
Mhm.
That's what they need continuity. So like
um
one season, like oh okay, we lost him as a ranger. Oh, you knew new ranger. Have a whole season with him. Now next season, two more people drop out. Another person come in. Like have it make sense. Like one big continuity instead of
Make it make
this
sense.
season ends. Oh, next season, whole new monster, whole new city, whole new everything. Like because people like to feel that familiarity with stuff. So it's like that's what's gonna keep people coming back.
So
Just
Jamel
my
says that they
opinion.
actually got good PR with this series as well. So and it's owned completely by Hasbro, right at this point in time. I don't
So
know,
is
man.
Jamel arguing with us or not? I
Yeah,
can't
that
Jamel
tell
that
is
what's
was.
a
he talks so gentle in the chat, y'all.
Shadow Fox said that if they do reboot it, they need to actually use the comic books as a reference instead. Which
Listen. I don't understand what the problem with using the comics for reference is. Because all these people act like, oh, we'll just tell the story, we'll just do it a little better. But it's not better. And so there ain't no shame in using the pre-existing story and just bringing that storyline to the screen. And I
I mean,
feel
but
like
it's some
every
stuff would be
time,
hard to do though. Like think about, say for instance, the Thanos storyline. Would you ready to see him fight for Lady Death? Like, how would you make that
I
make
wanted to
I,
sense?
see
I
him.
would have I would have
I would have
loved
loved
to
to see
see
him do that.
Thanos
I,
fuck with Deadpool. That would have been a
but they
whole
didn't
movie,
have
and they
Deadpool at that
Marvel
time.
passed the fuck right over this golden opportunity, which should have been Deadpool 2. They passed right the fuck over the juiciest, lowest hanging fruit. One of the most ridiculous, outlandish things that happened in the Marvel universe to keep Deadpool a fourth wall breaker doing his thing.
That's what they,
Immortality? So he couldn't go fuck death? Come on.
they
That is a
couldn't do it. They
dog.
couldn't.
That whole but like that
Now they
whole
could. Now they
that
could. But
idea.
at that time they couldn't though.
But Thanos is dead. So what does it matter?
Yeah, it don't matter
Oh, let
now
me
because
tell
it's
you a
like
story
that's
about what happened back in time. That's whack. That ain't no Phase 5 movie. That's a
no.
cash
I
grab.
think this new Deadpool about to be him destroying that whole Fox universe. Period.
I would hope so. I really hope that Marvel, if Disney can just get all of the other
And
shit,
he got the permission from Disney to do it, probably.
or if they can, they need to
That's
work
been
with
that's
Fox.
always
But
been the
like Fox
problem
is a
though.
little edgier than Disney. Fox
No,
don't really care about.
they got them completely. So Fox ain't got nothing to do with it now. This is all Disney as far as next Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
which is good, and that's what needs to happen because technically Deadpool is the X-Man. He's in that universe,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and so we've been like Disney has not really put that line in there of what is the difference between us and the Venom and Spider-Mans and all the other stuff over here. And
Gotcha.
so they really brought it in a little bit with the Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man movie, but uh having three different Spider-Man on the screen at the same time, that was cool, but there's a whole bunch more Spider-Man, so like it was still a little disappointing knowing that you got Miles Morales and his little animated ass didn't show up at the end, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think history, you were the one that was saying that was a good time to introduce Miles Morales since he's going to be around for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like when it comes to like, I've talked about this with the T'Challa thing when we said about like how everybody was asking to recast T'Challa, and I just think that like you should not recast Earth 616 T'Challa.
Nah,
You
Right.
should recast T'Challa in
I'm a
Earth
different Earth.
42, and you could have did
Right.
that because you
I'm
Right.
did that
That's,
with
okay with
yeah.
you did that with Marvel, you did that with Captain America, you did that with all the
And
rest of those people,
it's
and you missed out
that's
on that opportunity.
logical in the comic books because you would just pluck. He's over here now, and he got to deal with his Wakanda that's a little different, and he got to get over them differences.
Yeah.
That's a real struggle that
The-
a hero could go through when he expects something to be the way that
so
he thinks it is, and it's different, and
And
he got
then he
to
got that
adjust
mental
himself.
struggle of leaving his Earth behind, and now he on this new
Absolutely
Earth. It's a
right.
lot of ways you can do it, but I don't. I think they respected Chadwick that much that they didn't want to touch it.
so
That's the fault,
Jamel,
though.
go.
That's the fault of storytelling. You getting caught up on the character like the character is the actor. And I understand honoring Chadwick, but you need to make your universe move forward.
Correct.
And what they did was they decided to just kill him off instead and be like, oh, and Black Panther went out like a bitch, as opposed to and we know that our honored actor is gone. Here's this other guy. He's from Earth 42 or whatever.
Yeah. So that kind of goes into like this one part, which is what Jim Terrell, which I mean not Terrell, Terrell was saying, JT was saying, is that the missed opportunities have kind of been there in different ways. So for example, like we now have Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think that's the last one. No, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was the last one. I didn't get to see that one yet. I'm about to see that when that motherfucker comes
Really?
on Disney.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I'm
either yet,
waiting.
to be
I'm waiting
honest.
till it comes out. I'm waiting until it
I
comes on
was too,
Disney.
because I'm like, I'll wait till they come on Disney Plus.
I
ain't
am
really
not
in
the
a
that.
rush.
But I just feel like when it comes to these films for Phase 5, kind of like what Trell was saying, it just seems like they don't know how much they can push and how far all of this shit is gonna go. I know that we've said there's a Phase 5,
That's a
but remember,
problem of planning. You got to get the people who are dealing with your shit in the same room.
yeah. You probably got to mute that and then like look at the chat. The chat is actually Jamel is talking
I
in the
just
chat.
opened it up for the chat. That shit threw me off. But like, you gotta get your people in the same room and tell them, hey, this is the vision for Phase 5 or
Yeah.
Phase 6 or whatever, Frank.
Yes.
And you got to go from there. So all of y'all like get in a group chat and be like, hey, this is what my characters are doing, making sure that you make that shit fluid. And if y'all can have something that gives a nod or like a cosign or oh hey, they're over there doing that and we're just a block over,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that will create the universe and make it that much more excellent and cohesive.
Yes.
And Marvel has not.
Hey, can
gotten
somebody
their
send me
shit
the
together.
link real quick so I can send this to somebody that want to view us live?
Oh,
I got you.
Yeah, it's the historical
I'ma put it
voices
right
from the
here.
East Side podcast on YouTube. You got the YouTube
There you
link,
go.
right?
Yeah.
It's in that private chat.
Oh, you talking about the link to the actual game?
No, the link. Oh shit, it's on my phone. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jamel.
And so when it comes to this, like the Marvel stuff, man, I just feel like they don't know their IP and they're too scared to test out the waters with other people. I feel like we need to kill off the actual people of the world. Like for example, like Iron Man, Captain America. We need to kill all those legacies.
Well, they dead now. Iron Man
No,
gone.
not
Cap
really,
gone.
because of the fact that we got Ruby Ironheart. And so what I mean by that is that we need to get rid of those people just in general. We need to get like new fucking like superheroes in general. And one of my people that I argue the most for, hands down in DC, is Icon. Icon makes no sense why we in a world where Ron DeSantis is trying to run for president, why we don't have an Icon running for in a TV show, because all Icon is a black fucking Republican. He's a black conservative, and his sidekick is a fucking like super liberal. Is a super liberal, and that's what they do. They spend a lot of times arguing about like different like their differences, but while still growing and being able to actually achieve a goal at the same time, cooperatively. And so
I don't even know who that is. Let me go
see, and that's what I'm saying. That's a black superhero made by one of our famous black comic book companies, which was Milestone Comics. If you know who Static Shock is, then you know who Milestone Comics is. Yeah, I got a feeling Kevin Feige is on his last legs with Marvel, and then somebody new going to step up. That's true. I think so too. I don't think they planned well to set up the Secret Wars because I don't think they thought it would go so far. No, I agree, and that's why I said I don't think that they. I think that Marvel is surprised that this IP is going as far as this. I think
that's what I said. They really didn't have a plan, and it was just like, oh, it's working. Let's keep it working as long as we can.
I feel like the MCU is really showing the people who said that they were reading these comic books and they grew up with this nerd shit and actually really didn't, but they just wound up being in control and power. I just think that that's what happened. I don't think Kevin Feige. I don't think Kevin Feige and all the rest of them was keeping keeping up with these comic books like they say they were. I think that they kind of got it when they got the job, and it was like, oh shit, I gotta actually know about this shit. So they started reading the comic books and they started reading the source material. But I don't think that they really was like, this is in my heart, this is my love. They grew up watching the fucking people like Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and doing their actual like their shit in film. I don't think that they went into film with the idea that we're gonna make a superhero film.
Yeah, because I mean, at the time, superhero films was trash. Really?
Yeah.
The only thing that was good was maybe that Batman here and there, and them old school Superman movies.
Yeah. So
they pretty much revitalized the whole superhero genre.
Yeah, and you know what's kind of wild to think about it too, is like, for example, we're supposed to be doing Star Trek Fleet Command. Star Trek has actually been pretty fucking consistent when it came to their action films. Kind of Star Wars as well, but if we're talking about all of them, Star Trek has been kind of the most consistent. So I don't think that people grew up with this shit, and so that's why we have the issues that we have with a lot of these actual films. To the fact that I don't think that they're written by people who are started off written by people who love the work or love the actual IP itself initially. I think they now love it because of the fact that it's a paycheck at this point in time. I think that they do. I think that they love the paycheck. You know how I know they love the paycheck because they just made a what was it? Coulson. He was a fucking Skrull in Secret Invasions. That's a callback to something that you don't really need. That was a callback to something that you don't really need because now you got to go backtrack and try to tell why he was a Skrull. So I just think that they love the nostalgia. They love the money that it brings when it comes to this. So yeah, man. With that, again, y'all, if y'all are watching this actual stream, make sure that you actually checking out the actual Starfleet Command. That this stream is sponsored by Starfleet Command, Star Trek Fleet Command. You gotta actually get to level 5 on there and build up your actual ship to actual level 10. This video a like. Yes, definitely. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe and share and hit that notification bell because we here every Thursday as well at 10 o'clock to 11, 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock on Thursday nights. What helps
Not
MCU?
Me.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Oh, no, not me. I'm hearing once in a while.
Oh, no, man. Trail is a fucking, bro, I swear to God. I know Trail be saying I'm down for it, dog, but I feel like Trail should be like a magical character sometimes, bro.
Just pop in randomly. Hey, what up, niggas? What we talking about?
you gotta do a ritual to get Trail to get like really truly like show up on these shows.
Man, no, it's like when we plan it out, it'd be like, all right, cool. But then sometimes y'all be wanting to go late, and I be wanting to be outside. Like, what I'm supposed to do, bro? But nah, I'm gonna pop in more often, go over here and see what y'all. What's the next review, man? I feel like, but every time y'all see a movie, I've more than likely seen the movie y'all reviewed and stuff though.
So we do
What's
watch
the
rewatch
Don't
the
you
movie.
got this month?
We do have blockbuster movies this month. Actually, this month I think we're doing Mo. No, we're not doing Mo Money. JT, it's your movie. What movie are we doing this time?
We haven't decided, so don't bring it up yet.
But it's supposed to be a Waves Brother movie this month. Shadow Fox said what helps MCU originally was that they started as a standalones, then slowly added a common thread. I don't think so. I think that like they always had the idea that it was going to be connected in some form or fashion. Because of the fact that
think they planned on how big it was going to be.
Yeah, I don't think that they just planned on how successful it was going to be. I think that they started following a trend because of the fact that people started getting excited about the actual end credits. So kudos to Jon Favreau for starting that trend.
I think like during the
he wasn't the first person to do no end credits. There was Ferris Bueller. Don't give it that. Don't do that bullshit. Anyway, look.
I'm saying about that film.
Nice,
like think about how many.
Nice about the MCU is they decided that they were going to bring all of their characters together in a way that made sense. And it was a big deal because it was the first time a studio was like, "Oh, I have so many IPs. Let me let them play nice." And it was a kind of an inevitability because Disney was just putting out their IPO. And let me tell you, Iron Man is not the most popular superhero. When Disney came out with this Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr., that was a gamble.
Iron Man was trash. Like
absolute trash.
He was like a
C-level
hero. Like they took a wild gamble.
I don't know, man, because they didn't have a whole cartoon film. They had a whole cartoon film.
That's why I said they didn't plan on the MCU being what it was. Because Iron Man was a gamble. Because they didn't have rights to the people they wanted to do, so they had to go and find somebody who they wanted to start with. And originally it was going to be Captain America until they was like, no, wait, let's do Iron Man first to see how it's received. Because if Iron Man didn't do good, we was not going to get Captain America.
Fair. For sure. So I want to say that Iron Man was still popular though because he had a whole cartoon and shit like that. I do think that the biggest missed opportunity for them recently was not doubling down on like Silver Surfer and fucking Galactus. And just not working with fucking Fox in the first place. That's my
dog. That Silver Surfer movie was trash.
They should have did something better with that one. That's what I'm saying. They should have did something with them.
It sucked because it was even better than the first one, but it was still trash.
Hey,
but for real, that first Fantastic Four movie was just ass. It was ass. So we got ass, then trash.
It had the right idea. It was just. Because Victor Von Doom, one of my favorite villains, and I'm like, oh.
But they fucked him up. They fucked him all the way up.
That's what I was thinking.
Victor Von Doom. I just thought and realized. Go ahead. What you say?
That's what I'm thinking. The big bad was supposed to be in this phase for Secret Wars, because you can't have Secret Wars without Victor Von Doom. So that's why I'm interested.
And they're probably going to fuck it up by doing it that way.
No, you can't. You literally can't have Secret Wars. He created Battle World, so you can't do it without him.
But Secret Wars is not this. Secret Wars is not this phase though. Secret Wars is like phase 6.
Dog, I mean, we're watching Secret War. What you talk about? We watching it on Disney with Sam Jackson.
Nah, man, that isn't phase 6. I don't think that.
I mean like that's the next like big.
Yeah.
Hold on. What the fuck we watching with Sam Jackson if it ain't Secret Wars?
The Secret Invasion. That's the Skrull,
which is part of
the secret. That is, I mean,
that's part of the Secret Wars, but it's kind of, but it's not. It's not the full. It's not the full thing.
I mean,
I would say it's a catalyst.
Did play a part in it though.
MCU is pretty much a live action version of the old DC anime universe. That's what Jamel said. Marvel took the formula DC made and put it to live action.
I can't believe Jamel dropped out of the chat just because he didn't like the way Trail looks.
Whoa.
Ooh.
I'm hurt.
Yeah, Jamel, why would you do something like that?
Oh God, that's so harsh.
Hogan lovers over here typing. And then you got this just mystic voice over here in this black box.
I'm telling you, bro.
Black box. I just covered the camera, dog.
Nah, you black box from now on.
Black box,
like that.
It makes no sense for that thing to be there now. So
man, bring back the Arrowverse. Shout out to the Arrowverse.
Shout out to the Arrowverse. They tried a little at least.
Man, the Arrowverse smacked for like the first 3 years.
Arrow, yeah, that first crossover was legit.
You know the sad thing
ain't even gonna hold you up. First crossover was legit when they did that shit with the Nazis. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what was that? Invasion of Secret War. Invasion of I don't know.
It was Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earth. Yeah.
So
that was cold.
I'm not even saying that that as an insult. Marvel was smart to follow that path. DC was.
You're not even saying Trell is ugly as an insult. Damn. Jamel, that's savage.
Hey man.
Look,
I
Jamel
take one more shot. It's gonna
don't
be
look
some
at
shit
me.
around.
I'm just a black box.
See, you know what's crazy, Trell? He was making me and you feel bad for bringing up the shit about like Jamel earlier.
Now he trying to start stuff with me and Jamel, like. And you know I like that type of stuff. You can't.
But Trell, I heard you say Jamel's beard was trash when you was brushing yours, so you know that dog, that was raggedy.
No, I ain't say his beard was trash. You said his beard was trash. I'm over here with Anthony Hamilton.
No. I said his beard was better than mine, and I was mad about it. So I did something about it, and I shoved it up my ass. It's called compartmentalization.
Well, I know you was finna say that. I like that he's just as much a big of an asshole as me. We speak a language. We speak a language.
Just trying to make you feel welcome. Just trying to make you feel at home.
Just a light skin that stir up shit. Bro, all right, man. So Trell, you gonna be my person I'm gonna ask. Because you played it through. How did you feel about Star Trek?
You gonna ask him like Jason did Freddy?
Yeah, I'm
gonna feel about what?
How did you feel about Star Trek Fleet Command?
It was cool. It's real smooth, easy to catch on to.
Yes.
Yeah, go download that. If you're not on Monopoly Go, because that's what's taking over the world right now.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna boost, but put Monopoly down, go expand your horizons to some other games, man.
Dog, what are we promoting right now? It's not that one. It's the other one, dog. It's the other one.
We start Star Trek Fleet Command is the one that we are promoting today.
We are promoting how fun this game is and how everyone watching must play.
Yes, you have to play it. If you play it, it does support the actual stream. It keeps us running for at least another year if you actually help support this actual stream by going out there, downloading the game via this link that I'm about to actually recopy up there in a quick tool. So they playing Monopoly wrong anyway. That is true. So if you actually go to that actual link, man, that definitely does help out the actual stream.
3 actuals. That's 3 drinks, dog. You got to slow down. I'm getting drunk over here.
Actually, all right. So here's
4.
Oh God. I want to hear how he goes. All right, so you do get to play as the USS Voyager. They did bring that one back. You play as Captain Catherine Janeway. You get that person. You get to actually control it as Captain Janeway as well, man. If you don't know who Janeway is, I don't need her. You go ahead and turn it
It's
over to
Jane Way, dog. Jane Way.
ask that guy.
Because it's either Jane Way or the Highway up in motherfucking Star Trek Voyager, dog.
All right,
Show some respect.
I do have
That's
some.
black box.
I do have some respect for her. It's just the fact that she's not my Star Trek. So with that,
Who is your Star Trek, dog? You a Deep Space Nine, brother?
I am a Deep Space Nine person.
That's because that's the
This whole conversation is lost on me. I don't know who either person is.
Deep Space Nine was. Oh, come on now. That was.
I was a Star Wars. I wasn't a Trekkie.
Yeah. So
Then
Deep
you
Space.
missing out, brother. Star Trek has some of the most diverse civilizations that they have presented to modern America. And so it's really funny when you get a racist motherfucker that's like, ooh, I left some Star Trek, but the Mexicans can stay there. And you just look at him like, dog, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because Star Trek taught us that no matter what somebody looks like, they can be treated like a civil person. And Star Trek always enforces that in show and the way that they just treat everybody as equals.
Yes.
And so it really cracks me up that MFs that shit could be lost on somebody. But then you got to start thinking, okay, I'm dealing with a dumbass, so that makes sense then.
But also Star Trek has taught me that William Shatner can pull.
God dang right.
And also Star Trek has taught me that William Shatner does not care what kind of species you are. He will give that.
Hit.
I knew it was Greg Robinson that told me William Shatner is an asshole.
William Shatner.
You remember that roast? You remember that roast? He said Bill is an asshole.
Oh my god.
What's that, Pam Anderson? Whose roast is that on?
I don't know who Pro Roaster was, but I know that.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do. But
William Shatner was on the Comedy Central roast. Hasselhoff? No.
I don't think it was Hasselhoff.
Maybe it was the Shatner roast. No, it wasn't the Shatner roast.
No, it wasn't.
Was it the Bieber roast?
I don't. Nah, it was. I think it was older than that.
The Bob Saget roast.
The Bob Saget roast was hilarious. Clara Leachman's straight killed. Good God, she was great.
So, how did y'all see the new?
You're just going nope out of the roasts.
Yeah, I am going completely nope out of the roast.
What was your favorite roast, brother?
Oh, see, I like the roast of I think it was Martin Luther King, but that was with somebody else. Shit, y'all probably don't even know that.
You're talking about Malcolm X's roast of Martin Luther King.
Yeah, bro. The roast of Martin Luther King was so fucking funny.
That's in the direct to DVD special edition of Malcolm X by our last month Velvet Freight Train Spike Lee, right?
No. Roast of Martin Luther King.
Never mind. I am mistaken. Clearly, I'm mistaken.
Yeah, roast of Martin Luther King. Fuck, what was the name of the TV show? It's historical roast. That's what it's called. It was a historical roast.
I heard about that.
Bruh, they took different generations of different historical figures and they fucking roasted them. They had Nelson Mandela, Rosa Parks, Robert F. Kennedy, and Barack Obama all roasting fucking Martin Luther King Jr. That was like one of my favorite ones. I will say that was one of my favorite roasts out there. Abraham Lincoln was all right. All right, let me see. I'm gonna share that fucking link with y'all. If y'all get a chance, that show is actually not that bad.
But download that Star Trek Fleet Command.
Definitely
first.
download that. Yeah, fix that. Do that shit first. Charlie Sheen. That's one we've got now. Monopoly is supposed to be played for like 4 or 5 hours. And then you regret breaking the box. I'll respect her name. Jamel said that we might as well be speaking Portuguese about Star Trek. Charlie Sheen roast was good, mostly because of Patrice O'Neal.
Swear, hold up, freeze frame, dog. Especially as minorities, Star Trek is one of them shows that teaches you that when you go to some place and people look different than you treat them with respect. You feel me?
Yes.
So, like, I think one of the problems is, they look like aliens instead of looking like us.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that was a value that Star Trek built.
I would say my favorite right now, and it's not even like a knock to this game at all because this game is actually pretty dope. Like I said, I'm playing right now, and it's a really fucking dope game. But it's actually the Orville. I fucking love the Orville. If you ever get a chance, go watch the fucking Orville. Orville is tapping into something that like I don't think no version of Star Trek is touching until like the 2000s. They talk about like gender issues, they talk about like race issues, they talk about like interspecies relationships, they talk about personal relationships, they talk about mental health. Like the Orville was like straight up just yeah, when y'all stop believing in God, y'all be able to go travel in space one day. Like the Orville. But then Orville's
That's
main
only
nemesis,
because the old Seth.
yeah, because Seth MacFarlane. But his nemesis, which the nemesis
His
of it,
nemesis is Billy Graham, apparently.
fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, gotcha. So for the Orville, they're the evil antagonist like faction, I guess you would say. I gotta fucking remember their names, I usually like know this off the top of my head. I guess this is too late, but they are devout religious people, and they managed to actually like space travel. So it contradicted itself throughout the whole time. So the Krill, that's the name of them. They were the Krill. So with that, man, I would say the Orville actually does a pretty good job. But the crazy thing about Orville, you would not have the Orville if it wasn't for Star Trek, because that's what his show was supposed to be. He dreamed about writing a Star Trek episode, and he wanted to do any Star Trek episode. So he made the Orville, and the Orville got a graphic novel and everything like that after that. So try that shit out. That's a fucking good show too. Now with that, Trail got to go to bed because he got to go service these people the way that he's supposed to service these people the right way. So
hold on, man. You trying to whoa? That was a little wild right there. Hold
so for the purpose of showing how great this man is, women, make sure you drop your panties outside of on the ledge. Put a little bit of tequila on the side with a little bit of worm. Drop a little bit of peach schnapps.
A little bit of worm. No pussy and worm together, please. No, dog. What the fuck?
The worm in the true tequila. No. You know the tequila has the worm in it, dog. Leave a little bit of the worm in there.
That's your man.
Drop a little piece. Drop a little bit of peach schnapps in it.
You do more podcasts with it.
No, that's your man.
Hey, dog, I ain't the one that was talking about having revelations while you sitting on the toilet and stroking one out to be able to actually be able to like get over your writer's block. I ain't the one that brought that shit up. I'm just joking to compliment this man on his fantastical tales of great expenditures of how he GTD'd the world. So big shout outs to Trail Harris. Round of applause, brother. Thank you very much. Now, also the guy that's in the black box over there, boom, he's right over there. Black box. For some reason he doesn't like the black box.
What? What? Hi. Hey, y'all. Well, what's good? I'm here. That nigga, you snotted on yourself. Oh, that's gross. Oh my god. I saw that shit is gross. Dog, I'm lit. My girl was like, "What is wrong with you?" I said, "Girl, I'm lit."
No, you missed the joke, dog. That's okay, bro. Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, I missed a little more than that. I mean, I missed Trail done missed the goddamn tissue. And then you just rub it in your hand. Is it grease, dog? You just rub it.
No, I just wipe my hands off right here. Hold on, no. We ain't trifling. We got a towel.
Oh, God.
We ain't trifling.
So, But yeah, that wonderful voice that coming from the Black Box, that is history. Not history W, but this is my homie.
That's you, fool.
I know. Fuck. It's fucking. This is not my day. This is why I don't do streams on random days. That is JT the voice.
You already know what it is. It's JT the voice. I'm talking to you because all you need is my voice to know what the fuck I'm saying to your ass.
Okay, where can they find you, JT?
You can find me here sometime.
I ain't about to deal with this guy. No, sir. No, sir.
All right. So with that, man, don't forget to go ahead and download that actual game. It definitely does help us out. I'm sorry. You can find me on wherever you get your audio acoustical pleasures from. You can look up the Historical Voices from the East Side podcast. Check out the Island of Irrelevancy, which is our wrestling podcast through Historical Voices as well. We got our actual Island of Irrelevancy coming up in August, right before SummerSlam. And then also check out the Historical Voices from the East Side podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, well, obviously you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit that notification bell, hit that like button, subscribe, share it to your friends. We are actually on the goal to get to at least 100 people by October. So let's do this. Let's go. Let's get let's grow this channel. Let's keep this motherfucker going.
Tap the fuck in.
Yes, let's do that, man. Let's activate some people, man. Let's be like Threads on this bitch. So with that,
did you download Threads? I didn't.
I didn't download it, man. I'm tired of downloading social media sites.
Yeah, but like it might be nice to leave Facebook and Twitter and all.
No, listen, I ain't never leaving Facebook. It is too much comedy on there for me to go. I won't post, but I'll still be on there.
No, you be lurking all day, every day, right?
Yeah,
I post two posts a week, but I be lurking 7 times a day.
All right, do me a favor, y'all. What would y'all rate this podcast? Make sure you hit 5 winner, 4 edger.
No, just 5.
3 slipper.
Just 5.
500?
If
500?
it's not 5, listen
you a
to
hater?
something else, and it come back to us in a month.
Oh yeah, that definitely come back to us in a month. 5 winner. Yeah. 5 winner. Definitely put that up. If you put a 5 winner, you get that little emote up there. So that'd be nice. Also, not just 5 winner. Put it as one whole word. But yes, definitely go check out that actual that link as well for actual Star Trek. It definitely helps us out, help us to grow. Keep doing this project. Excuse me for that. At the end of every podcast on Thursday night, we usually end it with a voice of reason. But for the purposes of this, and for the fucking comedy to keep going, JT, what's our voice of reason for today?
Look, the voice of reason is go download this game. Go download this game, so history can get paid. Okay, we need y'all to do that. So if you're watching this and you don't download it, we don't like you. You have to do that. You have to do it for us. Okay, you understand? This is an imperative. It's not optional. If you down with us, we need you to do this shit right now. And it's not that difficult. Like Trail said, it's pretty smooth. And you just go on there and you download this mug and you get to level 10. And then you get a couple of fleets, right? Right, history.
Yeah, you get a couple of fleets.
And then that's it. That's all you got to do. And you will help out the stream. And let me tell you, a narrative media is the kind of media you're going to need in your future. And if you're not down with that, then you're not really down at all now, are you? And let me tell you, all of our listeners are down. Ain't that right? All of our listeners. So I need y'all to do this one. I need y'all to do this. Anyway, as far as anything enlightening goes, take time to reflect on what you have learned, because a lot of times you have enough information to make the right decision.
You heard what he said.
Yeah, that's
you heard.
You better listen to what he said. You heard what he said. You better listen to the words that he came out there with. You understand the words that came out of his mouth, right?
Black Box Special, man.
Black Box Special.
Yeah.
All right. With that, man. All right, y'all. Y'all stay dope, stay amazing. Y'all keep fucking making history, man.